Okay. Welcome everyone. I'm very, very excited to be here. This is my favorite Sunday of the month. I got to meet high quality people like you and fellow entrepreneurs to rub mind, to share ideas and help one another. So that is really very important to us. I just want to recognize the fact that Gulnaz Brennan is our speaker today, and she's the first one on the scene. She was the first one to arrive. So I'm really very impressed with that. That's leadership. It's, it's to talk the talk and also walk the walk. So welcome you, Gulnaz, and we're looking forward to your session today. Um, Today is gonna be very exciting, but we do, go through what we're gonna experience today, so that you have an idea, a brief idea of what is gonna be. We're gonna start with introduction, where we introduce individual. You introduce yourself and your business or your products, so that other people will know what you do. So before we go into that, please, if you're excited to be here today, please type 1 in the chat, so that we know that you're here and where you're coming from. Where are you logging in from? So whilst you're doing that, I'll be talking about what we need to do next. So after introduction, I'm gonna do a brief outline on how to maximize today. Then we're gonna have a wonderful Gulnaz Brennan to give us insights on how to grow our businesses through collaboration. Then we have awards coming, conference and awards. Our secretary, Lillian Sado, will talk to us about that. Then once in a month, we have each member brings their business to the table. They talk about what they do and their challenges, and all of us, we troubleshoot their business challenges. And we do that by asking them questions that will lead them to insights that may change their business for good. So after the hot seats, this is my favorite part, we go into breakout rooms where we are in smaller groups and we get to know one another better and build relationship. The way I see it is, I'm not looking to sell. I'm looking to know new people, build relationship with them. If opportunity comes around immediately, great. If not, I've had a situation where, opportunity comes around 4 years after meeting someone. So that's the nature of business. It's not like salary. You put in your 30 days and then you get your package at the end of 30 days. Business is not like that. You sow and you expect, hope to reap. Before we get to our guest speaker, I'm sure you're all eager to hear her. I just want to quickly run through some of our peculiarities here as you are in this meeting. The number one point is confidentiality. Whatever we share here, we want to be sure that we keep it confidential. We don't want to share it outside. That gives people the freedom to say their truth. And that is very important because all problems is shrouded in denials. If you don't know that you have a problem, then you won't find a solution. So confidentiality is very important. Attention, we're here already. We might as well pay 100% attention. Showing your camera being here is like half of it. Actually being here mentally and emotionally is also critical, so that you make the most of today. Listening and attention, they are closely related. How do you listen today? please don't listen to disagree. Don't even listen to agree. Listen for insight. Even if you've heard something before, listen to it with a fresh mind so that you can take away insight. Only one insight may be, the catalyst to change things for you. So that's very important. Appreciation and encouragement. When people speak or they've done something within this group, please let's appreciate them. That will help them help other people contribute as well. Participation, please let's unmute and participate when questions are asked. Because Benjamin Franklin said, tell me I forget, teach me I understand, but involve me I learn. We want to learn, not only learn, but also apply what we've learned. So action is also very important. After today, please take action. You don't just want to come in here, listen, and then go away. Follow up with people. The money is in the follow-up. If you leave it too late, there is a distinction I call event action. Take your action immediately after the event when the enthusiasm is very high. This is peculiar to us. No interruption. When people are speaking, we tend not to interrupt them, not just out of respect, but to make the most of what that person is saying, because we have the tendency to jump in with our own ideas, but we don't do that here. We don't interrupt. But at the same time, we also want to make whatever we're contributing short. Finally, no judgment. No judgment means that we're listening with an open mind. We're not saying, oh, I've heard that before, or oh, why is he wearing yellow? Or, any such judgment, please keep it at bay. Because when you judge others, you limit what you can do yourself. Because when you act, you'll be thinking others will be judging you. But if you don't judge people, you don't fear judgment as well. So that's very important. Equality, we are all thinking equals. If you have an idea, please contribute it. No idea is stupid, as my friend Majid will say. So contribute any idea that comes to you, and then we will appreciate you for that. Please, if you're in a noisy environment, please mute yourself. So why a mastermind? What's the point of a mastermind? Mastermind was actually, it was an idea in the book, Think and Grow Rich. Some of you as entrepreneurs, you must have read it. And that mastermind idea was actually funded by Andrew Carnegie, who was once the richest man in the world. And he was a steel magnate. And he said he didn't even know anything about steel. And he made all his money from steel. And he said, I don't know anything about it. I have people around me who knows everything. So they do the thinking for me. So if you have an idea, the way to take that idea to reality is through power. Where the power is mastermind. So that's why we have this group. We may get help from our friends and family, but because we think like our friends and family, we don't get inspiration from that. And friends and family will steer us away from risk. And risk is where we get value from. Okay, so in a mastermind like this, we get inspiration from other people that have done what we're trying to do, and then we seek out ideas, we seek out help and support from others. So I'm gonna round up by this quote from Zig Ziglar. I said, all the money you need in the world is in the pocket of people you know or people they may introduce you to, which is why Gulnaz is talking about collaboration today. I'm really very excited to hear our ideas about that. So our group, we provide opportunity to share contacts, ideas, partnership, collaboration, and let's make the most of it. Okay, so so that's about how we operate here. So are you ready for Gulnaz's presentation? Please type 1 in the chat if you're ready for Gulnaz's presentation. If I don't see 1 from every one of us, she wouldn't start. So let's get excited. Gulnaz Brennan is the co-founder of She Inspires, and this is a brand that is in 27 countries. 27 countries. Do you know how much collaboration you have to do that? So she is an indefatigable, powerful speaker. So you are in for a treat today. So get your notepad and pen ready because note takers are the money makers. I am excited, as you can see from my countenance. So I can't wait for her. So let's unmute and give a round of applause for Gulnaz Brenner as she takes the stage. Over to you, Gulnaz.
Thank you. No pressure there at all. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here amongst you people. Everybody, I've heard everybody's introductions and everybody's doing an amazing job. And like the topic, collaborations, I can see so many collaborations already happening in this room. But before we start with collaborations, I'll just introduce myself. I am Gulnaz Brennan, and I am the co-founder of She Inspires Foundation, and I am the managing director of She Inspires Group. And just to give you a little background, She Inspires started in a very small community center in Bolton. And today we have presence in over 27 countries across 4 continents. And yes, it has taken a lot of collaborations because as everybody knows, one person can't do it. You need everybody's support and you need everybody together to share your vision to achieve what you'd like to really. The goalpost keeps changing and nothing is an end in itself. So everything that we do, that I'd like to do, it's like, okay, what's next? So it's always a stepping stone to where we can go next with the help of everybody else. I do not have a PowerPoint, but I thought I will show you my website. So we do have a website like many businesses, but what we are very conscious of is we keep updating the website. So every week or every second week, there is new content. So really that will give you an idea what She Inspires is. Could I share my screen? Am I allowed to share my screen?
Yes, please, you can.
Okay, thank you. And I'm not very good with IT. I'll try. Okay, here we are. So this is She Inspires, and this is the 10th year of our awards. We started organizing awards to celebrate and highlight the exceptional work done by women, and more importantly, to highlight the role models, because role models are so important. Growing up, I did not have a role model outside of my mother. And if I had somebody, I perhaps could have done better. I'm not sure. My mom was fierce and independent, and she gave me all that. But in terms of a career, no, I had to really choose my own path. And it was always, there are 2 options that you can take, and you take the road less traveled. And I have always picked the road less traveled. That's why it's always been difficult, but very exciting as well. So until and unless there is passion and excitement, I really don't think I can function. So that's me, but we are all individuals and, everybody works differently. So this is 10 year of our awards, and we have our annual awards this year in November. Every year we do have them in November, and it's on the 21st of November. And what I'm going to show you is a little snippet of our last year's awards, so you get an idea what the scale of the whole operation is. I'm not going to show you the whole video, just a couple of minutes.
Communities, races and beliefs in all sectors are making. So the first award this evening is for Businesswoman of the Year.
So that gives you, this is just last year's, and we have, if anybody is interested, you can go on the website and there are highlights of each year. And as you can see in the room, it is an evening which is really diverse, and people talk about diversity, but we actually live it. We've got women from every sector. Age, we have young achievers to lifetime achievers, we have agents of change, we have rising stars. So we try and reach out to all women who are making a difference and who can be role models. Equally, the entire evening is a hybrid event. So we do have a black tie event where we had about 600 people in the room, but we also had virtual Zoom galleries. 6 of our categories are global. So women from all over the world.
It's a massively underrated serve. So yeah, they need to keep those percentages high and look to get on offense as quickly as they can in the rally.
Yeah, just following up on that. I mean, look, Novak's in the locker room. Novak's backhand's the best return to ever live. So he's forehand.
That's not me.
Don't make me like the chorus, please.
They're saying here, you know, if you're having a serving day like that, not many people do this.
You look back at the final last year.
Megan, can you mute everyone?
Particularly after the one-sided first set.
You can mute. You can mute
That was iPhone.
Right, okay, yeah, we're there. So we have women from all over the world. The ones who cannot come and attend the evening in person, they are in Zoom rooms. And if they win, they are brought into the room and they address the audience. So it is quite nice evening. Equally, we had about 36 women from all over the world that did actually attend the evening in person. So it was quite, it was very nice evening. And we are expecting another whole lot of people coming this year because this is the 10th anniversary of our awards. And the reason that we have grown exponentially is because it's collaborations, really. So everybody who becomes part of She Inspires family is asked to come back and contribute. And one of the most important component is giving back. We have to give back, and we always ask our winners if they would like to give back to the community as a speaker, as a mentor. We connect them with charities. We get them on our judging panels. So each category has a dedicated judging panel, which has got an industry expert and previous winners. So what happens is they see what the system is like and they appreciate it more. And then they also become our ambassadors to then reach out to more women who are not in the spotlight, because generally women don't like to talk about their achievements, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm only doing my job. But I always say, until and unless we acknowledge and we own our own success, why should we expect others to do so? So this is me, and this is She Inspires. On the back of She Inspires, with this massive platform of about 6,000 women who are empowered, who are leaders, who are change makers, who are decision makers actually as well. We run lots of initiatives, again, to engage women, to empower women. And so, again, we have this year, I committed to Empower 50K. And Empower 50K is, in the next 5 years, we are going to reach out and empower 50,000 women and girls locally and globally. So we're already working on that plan, and Empower 50K has been accepted into the Business Growth Hub Innovation Navigator program as well. So there is always stuff happening. And I saw, there are some financial advisors and wealth managers in the group, and perhaps I'd need to have a chat because we are also looking at financial literacy in a big way. Financial literacy is really important. And again, one of the things that had happened is that women don't talk about finances or money as much as men do. And we really need to talk about it. Not because sometimes they don't know, they don't want to talk about it, but quite a lot of times they're not aware of their rights. And I'm not talking just women in business. I'm talking women, housewives. I'm talking professionals, what to do, how to manage, what are their rights, elderly, and so on. So that is the other program that we are working on. I've applied for funding for it. And if we get it, and we're going to roll it out in a big way. And that's when I will need everybody who has got anything to do with finances to come together, collaborate, and we take it to the next step. We also have Clive, and I talked to Clive earlier on, hospitality. One of our categories is women in hospitality, events, and networking. Networking has grown exponentially in the past few years because it's connections. And that's why we are here as well. So online networking and in-person networking. And we thought it is really important category. So we do recognize women from hospitality, women who are putting together exceptional networking events and so on. Fitness and well-being is another one. So we try and reach out to women in every sector. And every year, it's not the same thing. We sit, we learn, and then we say, right, this works, this doesn't work. So it is forever a learning process. You just don't use the same formula. You got to improve it every year. And now coming to collaborations, this has worked for us in a big way. Because if you look at 10 years ago, we started in a community center, which was sponsored by Bolton at Home in Bolton, with 125 women. Now to reach 27 countries, it's again due to collaborations. And the power of collaborations is that we reach new audience and new markets. And we can collaborate with different partners, and we don't have to do all the work. So when you find, and if you find somebody whose work would complement yours, then definitely reach out to them and talk to them. And I don't have to say this to you all know it, but try 10 times, you will get one yes. And if not, try another 10 times, and there will eventually be a yes somewhere. And that's what I have used. I reach out to people, and initially at the very beginning, where every no used to hit me. It was so personal. I thought people are rejecting me personally. And you got to get over it, because now I know it's not personal. It's just not the right time for some people. You can always approach them again. I know it because people approach me now, and I will help out and I will collaborate. But sometimes it's just not the right time for me. Not that I don't like the person, I don't like the idea. So it just takes, it's the experience, what you have gone through. But maybe my experience can perhaps help somebody, that rejection and a no is not personal at all. Equally, the second thing when you collaborate is you get access to expertise. You get access to experts, people you are not paying for yourself. They have the expertise. And I always believe in, why reinvent the wheel? Just use it and make it better. You can also share resources. So there is somebody else who has got resources and you don't have, so you don't have to invest in them yourselves. I mean, collaboration is the key, because it saves you time. It also mitigates your risks. You're not going there all alone. You have somebody else going there with you. So just go and look out for people you can work with. And you don't have to have your own team. You don't have to work with people, and you don't have to look at pay slips and pension plans and so on. You have a team of experts you can pick and choose. And they are equals, you see? They have some ideas, you have some ideas. So always, always collaborate. And there are some case studies other than my own, other than She Inspires. I mean, with COVID, the COVID vaccine, the way it was created and it was produced, it was all about collaborations. If people had not collaborated, if countries and experts had not collaborated, I don't think so we could have had the vaccine so soon. Even big companies who have their own teams and experts like Apple, they collaborate. They collaborated with IBM. And so Apple provided hardware, IBM provided the software, and then it ended up with 100 apps that redefined how business is being done. So it's not that only small businesses and sole traders are collaborating. People understand the value of collaborations. So most definitely, again, I cannot emphasize enough, collaboration is important. And closer to home, I always say Costa. I mean, I go to Costa. My husband and I, we love coffee and reading, so we go to Costa. But then Costa collaborated with Waterstones. So you've got books and you've got food, and it is a no-brainer, really. Rather than sit in the library or somewhere else, you'll go where you can get some nice coffee, and even Starbucks collaborated. So on personal level, on business level, on any level, it's collaborations. The other thing that I always find, which is so important in the world of social media and in digital age, we are all trying to do our own PR. We are all trying to do our own social media. Collaborate with each other, because visibility is the key. Unfortunately, if you have not put a post out there, you've not done anything. And equally, some people, they think that if they put a post, they have done it. It's not true. But what is really important is whatever you do, and I'm not saying you bombard social media with it because people then gloss over it. If people in this space collaborate with each other, and you can pick on each other's post and retweet them, or perhaps share them, or just comment them or like them, it just helps. And when somebody else is talking about you, that's far more important, and that has more impact when you talk about your achievements yourself. And again, that's why when we are talking about our rewards, and this is a message that I always talk about and give to all women, take it as an investment in yourself, take it as an investment in your business. Everybody has a PR budget. It can be a small budget, it can be a large budget, it can be a budget that has no monetary value because you're doing it yourself, but that's your time, and time is money. So when you become part of awards, it's just not a trophy in a cabinet if you win. Awards are validation that whatever you're doing is great, you feel good. And if somebody were to just come up to me and say, hey, you have done a great job, you feel good. It's that warm feeling. Other than the warm feeling, if you win a trophy, you can shout about it. You can use it as a PR hook, because this is somebody else validating everything that you have done. And equally, from our end, we will be pushing it out. So I would always say, if you get opportunities like, and you should nominate yourself for an award, and don't wait for somebody else to nominate you, because again, is the time up?
Yes.
Okay, you should have told me. That's absolutely fine. I'll just very quickly conclude it. Collaborate, but make sure when you're collaborating, you have clear communications with people and organizations, because there shouldn't be mixed messages. You should have shared goals. Trust is very important, and be transparent. And I will end with my favorite quote: people at the top collaborate, people at the bottom compete. So you have to really reflect and see where you are and what you'd like to do. Are you competing? Are you collaborating? Or what would you like to do? So thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're muted.
You're muted.
Ah, okay. I'm asking people to unmute and celebrate Gulnaz. Please let's clap for her.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
That's an excellent one. Thank you so much. I picked something from that. People at the top, they collaborate. People at the bottom compete. That is so true. Even Mark Zuckerberg said that in one of his speeches that, you know, if you want to do anything significant, find a team of people to help you. And this guy is one of the most brilliant entrepreneurs in the world. But he's saying, I didn't do it by myself. I have other people to help me. So that's just a very, very big insight for us to take away. Like I said at the beginning, that's insight, I'm taking that away. People at the top collaborate. Please, let's collaborate. Fantastic. So we have opportunity to ask questions.